Watch, you can take the lighter and just make the rainbow completely disappear. This allows you to do the magic silk through the phone trick. Okay, watch the toothpick right here. I'm just gonna take it in hands just like this. Watch, if you just rub, it looks like 1, 2, 3. You can actually see this happen. Look, it actually changes color. And watch, bring it out. Looks like it just magically restores. All the matches have just magically appeared. Okay, take any card you want. Perfect. Okay, take a look. Show it to the camera. Got it. Right back in the deck, wherever you want. Remember that card. You got it in your mind? Okay. Keep that card in your mind. Over here, I have a prediction that I wrote before the trick started. So my prediction says your card will be the 6 of spades. That wasn't your card, was it? What was your card?
The 5 of clubs.
The 5 of clubs. So watch, if I take the lighter, you can see that says 5 of clubs. Want to know the secret? Here's how it's done. Okay, here's the secret of magically changing a prediction using fire. These are special heat reactive pens. Come in a bunch of different colors. You can write something on a piece of paper, and then if you take a lighter and run it underneath it, it will just magically vanish just like that. So what you're gonna do here is write in normal pen. This is not a heat reactive pen. Draw the actual name of the card that you're gonna force. So in this case, we'll do the 5 of clubs down here. Then you're gonna take your heat reactive pen and draw over top of it to make it look like a different card. In this case, we're going to turn it into the 6 of spades. So we turn the 5 into a 6 just like that, then we turn the club into a spade. So you force the card on the spectator, make them pick the 5 of clubs, then you reveal your prediction, which obviously is wrong. They say, no, that's not my card. Say, look, I'm gonna take the lighter, let's see if we can change it. And as you bring the lighter behind it, just like this, the heat reactive ink will disappear, leaving only the permanent ink on the paper underneath it, and it makes it look like the ink just magically changes into their card. You can also do something like this where you have the card written out, 6 of spades like this. Take the lighter, hold it behind, and the letters will magically change into a completely different card, the 5 clubs. Watch, you can take the lighter and just make the rainbow completely disappear. And that is the secret of the magic disappearing ink. This next one is a really cool card trick that you can do with a pencil. Check it out. Okay, Abe, I have a really cool card trick to show you. I have a playing card and I also have a pencil right here. Normal pencil, it's actually not sharpened yet. If you look, the tip of it is still like blunt. Yeah. Okay, check this out. New pencil, new card, watch. If I take the pencil, it'll actually just go right through the card, just like that. Isn't that cool? Watch, I can take it, and look, it'll actually just...
Whoa.
See? Healed.
How the heck did you do that?
Alright, here's how it's done. I'm about to reveal the secret. The secret to this trick is extremely simple, and we'll teach you how it's done right now. Okay, here is the secret behind the magic pencil through the card trick. This is such a cool and easy trick to do. Pencil comes right back out, instantly healed. Requires no skill at all you need is a pencil and this special card. Here it is from a backside view. You'll see exactly how this works as the pencil goes through this little flap. This comes down just like that. This is on the backside of the card. The audience never sees this. And as the pencil comes out, the flap will just automatically spring back into place. Now as you can see right here on the flap, there's a little hole cut out and it is spring loaded so that it will pop back into place just like that. On the front you can see that hole actually fills the space that the pencil slides through. So the pencil goes through just like that. The flap opens. The audience can see the pencil going through the card, and then as it comes out, the flap goes right back into place and it looks like the card instantly magically heals itself. Super easy to do. It requires no skill, really no practice at all. And it's not just limited to a pencil. You could also use a rolled up dollar bill, the tip of a pen, a crayon, a colored pencil, really anything that will fit through the hole of the card. Stay tuned until the end of the video if you want to win the magic card for yourself so that you can pull off this cool trick at home. Did you like that one, Ava?
Yeah, that was really cool.
That is how you do the magic pencil through the card trick. Here's a really easy trick that you can do at home right now. Okay, watch the toothpick right here. I'm just going to take it and squeeze it in between my hands just like this. Watch, if you just rub, it looks like the toothpick magically vanishes.
disappears.
I'll teach you and you right now. Okay, here is the secret of the magic toothpick trick. All you need is a ring on your ring finger and a toothpick. So you're just gonna hold the toothpick at your fingertips like this. Here's what happens from a backside view. The toothpick just slides down into the ring just like that and gets hidden behind your finger. So you're able to show your hand completely empty from the front. The toothpick is hidden there and held to the back of your hand by the ring. You can then spread your fingers apart, and from the front it still looks like the toothpick is completely gone. We know that it's held in place right there. And that is the secret of the magic vanishing toothpick. Here's a cool trick that you can do at home with a piece of rope. Take a look. Okay, if I have a piece of rope here, solid piece of rope, check this out. Empty hands. Watch, I just take the rope, I'm gonna wrap it around my thumb 3 times. I'm just going to create a loop right there for it. Okay, see the loop? See how it kind of looks like the eye of a needle, and this is the thread of the needle? On the count of 3, I can actually just make it magically go through the eye without touching it. Watch. 1, 2, and on 3 it just goes right through, just like that. You can actually check it's really through there. See? Isn't that cool?
How should you do that?
The secret behind this one is a lot more simple than you might think. You can do it too, and I'll show you how right now. All you need for this trick is a piece of rope about 2 feet long, or about 1 meter in length if you're in the rest of the world. Here's the setup for the trick. You're gonna start out with the length of rope across your hand just like this. Then you're gonna wrap the rope around your thumb just like this. Once, twice, 3 times, just like that. And then you're gonna make a loop with this end of the rope just like that. Now here's the real trick of it. All you're doing is grabbing this end of the rope instead of this end. So now all you have to do to make it look like the rope passes through the loop is simply pull up like this, and it will magically pop through there on its own. So I'll show you from a cutaway view how this works. It's actually really cool and self-working. So you have the 2 lengths of rope right here. All you have to do is make sure you grab this one that is at the beginning of the coil right there. So now as you pull up like this, it's actually gonna just slide through there just like that. So you can talk about how this kind of looks like the eye of a needle right here. The loop kind of looks like the eye of the needle, and the rope kind of looks like the thread of the needle. Say, watch, I can magically thread the eye of the needle with the rope. 1, 2, and on 3, it will just pop through just like that. So all you have to do is yank up on this rope, and all the work is done for you. Try this magic rope trick out at home and let me know your results. And that is the secret of the magic rope loop trick. This is an amazing card trick, sure to fool any audience. Take a look. Watch the pile of cards. If I just put my hand on top, I can actually build up some static and just make them all stick just like that. You can actually see underneath. Cards will magically stick to your hands like you built up a super static charge. It's so strong you can actually just flip the cards over just like this. Magic trick that you can do at home right now. Super easy to do. You can set this up at home right now. Okay, here's what you need to set up this card trick. It's super easy. It's a card with a little flap on it just like this. And what that's going to allow you to do is take a bunch of cards, put them on top of it just like this, and then you can hold the little flap in between your fingers just like so, and it allows you to pick up the entire pile of cards with your hand, making it look like your hand is like magically got a static charge or something. You can just pick up all these cards at once. They can even see it underneath and they're not going to discover the secret. You can bring it down, then you can instantly fold the flap of the card down like this, move some other cards on top of it, flip them over and let the audience see they look completely normal, and your hands are left completely clean. Here's a quick tutorial of how to make this card yourself. All you're going to need are 2 cards. Your first step is to cut out a flap on one of the cards. Just like that, you've got your flap cut. Now you're going to take another card and simply glue it to the bottom side of that card so that you're now left with a flap like this that can be easily tucked down and hidden. And the front of the card looks completely normal. And that is how you do the magic magnetic hand card trick. Here's a fun magic prank to pull on a friend or family member. Take a look. Okay, watch this. Here's what you need to set up this fun prank at home. The first thing you're going to need to set this up is an ice cube tray. The second thing you're going to need are some Mentos mint candies. These are chewy mints. You're just going to take a few of these and put them in the ice cube tray. So just drop one in each of the cube trays, just like that, and then you're gonna add a little bit of water to each of the cube trays. Once you have the water and the Mentos in the ice cube tray, you're ready to load them into the freezer. Once some time has passed, remove the ice cube tray from the freezer. Once the Mentos and the water have frozen in the ice cubes, you're just going to put them in the bottom of a cup. The next thing you'll need, in addition to the Mentos, is some Diet Coke. It has to be Diet Coke and Mentos. That is the only thing that will make the reaction. So here's what happens. You add the Diet Coke to the cup, pour it in on top of the ice cubes, prepare your friend a nice cool beverage. Now normally what happens when you add Diet Coke and Mentos together, they just instantly react. But what this does is it makes it time released so that the ice cubes will hold the Mentos inside and keep them from reacting until the ice melts enough that the Mentos are exposed, and as soon as they hit the Diet Coke, they'll react and make it foam up. Super cool. It makes it look like you're activating the carbonation of the soda with your mind. A fun magic prank that you can pull off at home right now. And that is the secret of the magic Mentos and Diet Coke ice. Here's a way to magically change the color of a liquid right in front of their eye. Okay, so I have 3 separate cups of water here. Check this out. This is really cool. All I do is take one of the cups of water and pour it into the other one, and you can actually see this happen. Look. It actually changes colors just like that. Now check this out. We can take the other cup of water. Watch, if I pour it in, will actually magically change back to clear. I'll show you the secret right now. The secret behind this one is really amazing. Take a look. Okay, here is what you need to set this trick up at home. This is a really cool science experiment type trick. You're gonna need some sodium hydroxide, some distilled white vinegar, and this right here, it's called phenolphthalein. It's actually a pH indicator. It indicates the pH balance of a liquid. You're also going to need 3 plastic cups, or you can use glass beakers. Your first cup is gonna have just a little bit of sodium hydroxide in it. Then you're gonna add some water to this. So this first one is actually alkali. It's a base. This is the phenolphthalein right here in the middle cup. It looks completely clear, and its color will actually indicate to you what pH the liquid that you're putting it in is at. So you have the phenolphthalein in the middle cup. Your first cup has some water and your sodium hydroxide solution in it. And you just want to make sure those crystals are mixed up in the water. And then in your last cup, the third cup, you have your acid. It's a weak acid. It's this white vinegar. So what's actually happening here, these all look like water, but they're actually not. None of them are water. This is a sodium hydroxide solution with water. This is your phenolphthalein pH indicator, and this is white vinegar. All of them look like water though, so you can present it to your audience as if they're water. And then as you pour the first 2 cups into each other, it almost looks like it's changing into wine. So as it pours in like that, it magically changes colors. Now what it's actually doing is indicating the pH of the water that I just poured into it. Because this water is highly alkali, it's going to show up purple. When it detects an acidic liquid, it actually changes back to clear. That's where the vinegar comes into play. When you pour the last cup in, the vinegar, it will actually change it back to clear. You can see the color completely go out of the cup, and it will slowly just magically change to completely clear liquid again. A fun science trick that you can do at home with a few household chemicals.
And that was the color changing liquid trick.
Here's a really cool way to make fire magically appear without ever lighting a match. Take a look. So magical looking. That is awesome. Super simple setup. Here's how it's done. This is all you need to set this up at home. You need some steel wool and a 9-volt battery. 9-volt batteries are the ones with these exposed prongs on top. You can get steel wool at any hardware store, or really any retail store that has a hardware department. You're gonna take a steel wool pad like this. It's important to note that you wanna get the really fine steel wool like this one, not the more coarse steel wool like this one. You want this really fine one right here. And then all you have to do to ignite it into flames is touch the 2 ports the positive and negative of the battery to the steel wool, it will light up. This is actually a really cool like camping hack. If you ever had this in the woods, you can start a fire this way. So again, this is super easy. If you're a kid, you do want to use adult supervision with this. What you do is touch the two ends of the battery to the wool. The electricity in the battery will cause the wool to ignite and create a really cool effect as it burns. So all you do is touch the battery to the steel wool and it will light up just like that. Such an awesome visual as the fire spreads down the steel wool.
That was really cool, Dad.
Thank you, babe. Now you all know how to do the steel wool and battery trick at home. Be careful. Here's a super cool magic trick that you can pull off with stuff you probably already have around the house. Take a look at this performance. I have a really cool trick to show you with this candle here, but first we need to light it, okay? We're obviously going to need something to light the candle with, so I have some matches here. If you look, oh, I'm actually out of matches. There's none left in the box. That's a problem. So let's see if we can use a little bit of magic to solve this problem. What do you say? So we'll take the box of matches. If I just close it up like this, watch. I just give it a magical wave, snap my fingers. Look, matches actually appear inside the box, just like that. And they are real matches. We can take them out and use them. Want to perform the trick yourself? Here's what you'll need. Okay, here's what you need to pull this one off. All you need is a book of matches and something to cut with. You're gonna start out by removing the match tray just like this and dumping out all the matches. Set these aside, you'll need them in a moment. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna cut the little match tray, not in half, half would be about here. You're gonna cut it about right there. Just like that. Now you want to load this back into the sleeve of the matchbox just like that. Now simply load your matches back into the tray. So now once you have the matches loaded in, you can push the tray back in just like that. So now you can open the matchbox like this, pull up the match tray and show it completely empty. All the matches are hidden down inside the box right there. So because the tray is cut, you're able to pull it up like this. And the bottom cut part of the tray will hold the matches in place inside the box. So as long as you hold the box of matches vertical like this, you can show it empty, and then slide the tray back down inside the matchbox, give it a magical wave, say a magic word, do whatever you want to do, and then as you slide it out again, it looks like all the matches have just magically appeared inside the box. You can then slide this back in, repeat the same move, and make it look like they've vanished again. Super easy to do. Try that at home and amaze your friends and family. And that is the secret of the magic appearing matches. Here's a really cool card trick that I guarantee you've never seen before. Watch the red scarf as I pull it through the box of cards. It looks like it magically prints a playing card on the scarf. Alright, here's how it's done. Here's what you need to pull off this amazing trick. This is a beautiful new silk scarf that we have available in the shop right now. Link is in the description if you want to pick one of these up. This is a big red silk scarf with the Queen of Hearts on it. You can use this for a lot of different tricks. You can use it to make it look like you're pulling the ink off a card and it magically turns blank. You can use it for a card reveal after you've forced a card on a spectator, or you can use it as part of this trick that we're revealing to you now. Here's what you need to pull off the trick. You need a card box, standard bicycle card box like this, empty box. You need the Queen of Hearts sash. Then you're also going to need this. This is our magic silk through the phone trick. It comes with a standard red silk. It looks just like this one, but it doesn't have a Queen of Hearts on it. And then it also comes with this. This is the magic silk through the phone gimmick. This allows you to do the magic silk through the phone trick where it looks like a scarf is just magically passing through your phone. We're going to adapt it to make it look like the silk scarf is passing through the box of cards, and then the scarf is magically changing as it passes through the box into this scarf that reveals their thought of card. This is one we actually invented ourselves, so let me show you the setup of how this is done. You're going to take the card box and you're going to cut a hole in the back of it. Your next step is to feed the corner of the Queen of Hearts sash up through the hole in the card box just like that. You can then stuff the rest of the sash inside the box. Once you have the full thing stuffed inside, you can close up the card box. Then you're going to position the plastic gimmick and the red plain silk on the front of the box just like this. So on the front we have this set up, and on the back we have the hole with the Queen of Hearts silk poking out just like that. So from a cutaway view, here's what's happening. You're actually pinching the solid color silk that's going under the box like this, and the one coming from inside the box at the same time. You're pulling them simultaneously. So this one is going to get hidden underneath the queen. So as you pull, it looks like the silk is passing through the box like that, and it's magically changing as it comes out. As it passes through the box, it looks like it's just like picking the ink up from the deck. Super cool. Then the solid color silk is neatly hidden behind the queen, and your audience is left baffled and amazed. And that is how you do the magic scarf through the box of cards trick. Alright guys, that is it for the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button and share it with someone who you think might like it. Help us spread the magic by posting a link to the video on your social media, your Facebook or your Twitter. Tell somebody about it on Instagram or Snapchat. Share it on YouTube, whatever you feel. All the sharing really does help, and sharing is caring. So thank you for caring about the success of this video and the magic and spreading it to everyone. Really appreciate it. If you want to pick